The truth exposes, the truth deliverers, the ones that are the most hated because you are challenging people's belief system. If you are constantly the one that challenging people's belief system, then you are constantly the one that they throw stones at because you're terrifying people. People can only accept from what they've been told, for what they have been taught, not for what they have studied, not for what they have revealed within themselves. They refuse to tap into the ultimate of existence. If they haven't seen it, if the system hasn't told them, if the family hasn't told them, and they're getting it from somebody else that they don't know, they will challenge those individuals negatively. They will call those individuals out anything but positively. They throw stones, they will crucify individuals that speak the truth, and especially if they know it's real or if it got some type of connection to the truth. People can't handle the universe, so they accept the system. Oh, accept the system. Allow for themselves to be told to stay in the to stay in the playpen. Don't come out of the playpen because you can't handle the information that's outside of the playpen. You're not ready for the backyard. Not only the entire world, not only the solar system, the galaxy, existence. How could you be able to accept that information if you can't handle the information that's in the playpen? You feeding individuals solid foods when they're not ready to take the solid foods. So you believe you will be challenged thoroughly. The giants, they was putting reference in books, legends, history. They are all over the planet. Petrified. Information is there, but people refuse to accept it. The Titans. I spoke about this before, about the legends of advanced civilizations. They wasn't our size. These individuals are huge. And what is considered giants is because they are so bigger than us. To them, they just a regular human being. To you, they looking at you like something wrong with you to be that small. But to them, their level of existence, there's all sizes of existence. There is intelligent beings that come up to the size of your kneecap, that run circles around you consciously. That's how powerful the human being is. That's how powerful the human being can get to. But they refuse to allow you to tap into those informations because they want to keep the planet into a certain frequency, a certain level that can be controlled, a certain level that they can be told what they want them to do, instead of tapping into the truth. Even though the truth is right there in front of your eyes. The giants were real. They were titans. Advanced civilizations, we all know now that they've been real. They always have been real. They always have been here. They did their best to try to keep them a secret. In fact, the explosion of the meteor that hit this location millions of years ago that said that wiped out the dinosaurs, that didn't happen by accident. That was warring with two advanced civilizations battling over this planet. But they wanted to keep that a secret. Because as I said before, they don't want you to know the power of the human being and the capacity of advancement that the human being can get to. This is how they keep you in the cage with religion. If they're keeping you thinking a certain way and then they put a religion organization into play that can keep you at that level of consciousness, so you can't escape that level of consciousness. And if you escape that level of consciousness, there's a penalty beyond that level of consciousness. It's considered evil. They consider that you will be judged. You will be severely dealt with if you step out of the bounds of the contained cage, metaphorically, around the conscious. They don't want the human being to become the truth of what the human being truly is. They are gods. You are created by the Creator. That means you are a creator. Forbidden information. That means the advancements of the human beings. They don't want you to look forward to the potential. They don't want you to know your potential. They don't want you to know that the heights of the human being is unlimited. The levels of consciousness that you can reach to is considered marvelous. It's considered magical. The levels of technology that human beings can tap into. Powerful instruments, weapons, but more so gaining the power spiritually. If you advance too technically, you can destroy life. But if you are balanced out the two, it could be a powerful civilization that thrives off life, that enhances life, that can utilize the consciousness as a creator will utilize the consciousness. But don't forget, we're battling two sides of the coin, dark and light. It's the reason why they tell you things with limited information. Limited information means there's darkness. Sure, we can get back to the Adam and Eve syndrome. The Adam and Eve syndrome, talking about the forbidden fruit. Don't come off of the tree of knowledge. Don't eat from this tree. What does that mean? Once again, they are applying a control mechanism around the truth. The tree of knowledge represents the truth of civilization, the truth of the universe, the truth of the creator, the truth of life, and how advanced consciousness can get you. They didn't want that to happen. That was the beginning of the control mechanism of the first enhanced being on this planet from genetic modifications. Adam and Eve, that's what they were. We are the seventh modification coming from that level of intelligence. But you can't speak this information because people will think you're something that you're other than what they want you to believe. They don't want you to believe the truth. They want you to stay in the box, the flat earth syndrome of a certain level of consciousness they don't want you to expound to. Because like I said, that is God level individuals that can modify a human race, advance a human race in evolution, speed up the process of evolution. That's God, creators. They don't want you to tap into that information. They like to keep the secrecy. They like to keep that power to themselves. They don't want the human beings to evolve. Just like Adam and Eve, they didn't want Adam and Eve to expound in consciousness, to evolve as a human being, to become more than what they was taught that they wanted them to be. So they can keep these individuals contained in order for them not to flourish, as life always flourishes. Nature always flourishes. There's no stopping the evolution of nature. There's no stopping the human being. There's only but so much that you can do to contain the evolution of consciousness. I just want to dive a little deep to get everybody thinking at a certain level of existence. Enjoy the rest of your day.